Welcome, seekers of the truth, to the Magical Services channel. So, this is going to be a most supreme horoscope for the general collective for the month of July 2026. With that said, collective, let's get into your horoscope. So, the collective romantic landscape of July 2026 opens under a sky of profound emotional recalibration. Beginning with a full moon that demands we strip away the performative layers of our attachments and confront the raw architecture of our partnerships. As the month initiates, the desired nature is caught in a fascinating friction between the intellect and the heart. Mars, accompanied by the sudden electrical currents of Uranus, resides in Gemini, driving the collective pursuit of romance toward mental stimulation, witty banter, and restless curiosity. Seduction this month is not achieved through grand physical displays, but through the sharp exchange of ideas, late night conversations, and the thrill of intellectual discovery. However, this mental agility is anchored by Venus, which begins its cycle in the dramatic, ego driven warmth of Leo. In these first 9 days, love is theatrical, proud, and demanding attention. Partners seek to be celebrated, and romantic gestures are designed to be seen and admired. Yet, as Venus crosses into Virgo on the 9th, the entire frequency of romance undergoes a radical transformation. The need for applause dissolves into a deep, quiet devotion. Love becomes an act of service, a practical demonstration of care, where intimacy is found in the meticulous details of daily life. The collective shifts from wanting a lover who admires them to wanting a partner who supports them, stripping away the vanity of early romance to reveal the grounded, sometimes critical, but deeply loyal underpinnings of true commitment. Beneath this shifting behavioral dynamic, Mercury remains entirely submerged in the emotional waters of Cancer for the entire month, acting as the unseen current guiding all relational communication. Words are no longer just vehicles for information, they are vessels of memory, nostalgia, and deep psychological resonance. Conversations between partners will inevitably drift toward the past, uncovering childhood wounds, familial patterns, and the unspoken emotional needs that dictate how we attach. This placement makes the collective highly sensitive to the tone of voice and the emotional safety of their environment. If a partner feels unheard or emotionally invalidated, the retreat into defensive silence is swift. This intense emotional focus culminates in the supreme romantic portal of the month on the 14th, when the new moon ignites in the nurturing depths of Cancer. This is the ultimate cosmic window for planting seeds of domestic intimacy, defining a relationship, or making the profound decision to merge lives. The energy of this lunation bypasses the superficial and strikes directly at the soul's need for emotional security. It is a time when casual dating naturally gravitates toward serious commitment, and those who are already partnered will feel an overwhelming urge to nest, protect, and emotionally fuse with their significant other. The vulnerability required to express deep emotional need is highly favored, and those who open their hearts during this window will forge bonds that feel less like a choice and more like a return to a spiritual home. While the personal planets drive the day to day emotional tides, Jupiter in Leo expands the romantic ego, encouraging joy, generosity, and a larger than life approach to affection. Even as the outer planets exert immense pressure on the structural and evolutionary trajectory of our relationships, Saturn and Neptune are locked in a complex dance in Aries, creating a profound tension between the desire for independent self assertion and the urge to dissolve boundaries in romantic idealism. Initiating a new relationship or asserting a boundary in an existing one may feel fraught with confusion or delayed by external circumstances, demanding that the collective practice immense patience and maturity in how they pursue their desires. Meanwhile, Pluto in Aquarius continues its slow, relentless excavation of our social circles and friendships, transforming platonic bonds into intense romantic entanglements, or forcing a psychological purging of relationships that no longer serve our highest evolution. This transformative pressure reaches a critical karmic pivot on the 26th, when the lunar nodes shift their axis, marking a generational turning point in how we relate to others. We are collectively shedding the karmic past of the South Node, releasing the need to overly analyze, fix, or perfect our partners, and letting go of the ego-driven demand to be the center of our lover's universe. In its place, the North Node pulls us toward a destiny of spiritual surrender and unconventional freedom. The soul's growth now requires moving away from critical judgment and romantic pride, stepping instead into a love that is boundless, deeply compassionate, and rooted in a shared visionary future. We are no longer looking for a flawless partner, but for a fellow traveler who can navigate the unpredictable waters of emotional and spiritual liberation. Navigating this profound evolutionary shift is complicated by the shadow nature of true black moon Lilith, which oscillates rapidly between the untamed freedom of Sagittarius and the rigid, status-driven control of Capricorn. This creates a potent internal tug-of-war regarding commitment, where the unapologetic core of our erotic desires swings wildly between the need for absolute unattached adventure and the craving for traditional structured security. Integrating this dichotomy is the essential shadow work of the month, requiring radical honesty about our conflicting needs for freedom and control. The month reaches its dramatic climax with the full moon in Aquarius on the 29th, illuminating the tension between our need for intimate fusion and our need for autonomous individuality. This lunation acts as a sudden liberator, bringing hidden relationship dynamics to light and forcing a reckoning with the level of freedom each partner is allowed within the union. Friendships may suddenly ignite into romance, or established couples may realize that their bond can only survive if they allow each other the space to be entirely themselves. Ultimately, July 2026 is not a period for superficial flings or ego-driven games. It is a crucible for soul-level bonding, where the intellect brings people together, but only emotional depth, karmic surrender, and the courage to embrace unconventional freedom will determine who stays. The collective is being forged in the fires of psychological truth, emerging with a clearer, more authentic blueprint for love that honors both the profound need for connection and the sacred necessity of individual liberation. So that is what I had for you today, collective. I hope you enjoyed it. I surely made it for you to enjoy. And if you did enjoy it, please like this video or comment this video or share this video or hype this video or subscribe to our channel if you haven't already or hype our channel. All those actions would be greatly appreciated. Beyond that, make sure to check out the offer in the description box. It is pretty awesome. And beyond that, I thank you so much for being here and for supporting our channel. Until the next time, blessings.